First, I want to say that I really enjoyed the film. And one of the things that I appreciated the most about the film was the male characters, Jason and Michael. Redrick, you did a great job. But what I appreciated was they were honest, they were authentic. We seen them vulnerable, and it wasn't the cliche, male bravado or things that we see where the men are dogs. So I really appreciated that the most. And so, brother, I'm gonna ask this question to you because I want to know, from a male's perspective, man to man, how do you define Black love? And if you could go back and tell yourself the do's and don'ts of dating, what would you tell yourself?
Well, I'm start with the beginning of Black love because do's and don'ts of dating, I'm still trying to figure that out, man. But no, I actually was impressed with this film and their take on that as well because it was you saw more evolved men. It wasn't just that bravado, and you have this kind of sense that these guys they're at a point in their life where they're grown.
Tank, we know that lust is one of the 7 deadly sins, and I believe Sean gave us all 7. So I'm curious to know, what is one of the 7 deadly sins that you struggle with the most?
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. I think that it would probably fall in the lust category. It would fall in that space. You know what I mean? That's very much an arena that I dabble in often. You know what I mean? And and there are dangers, playing with that kind of fire. You know what I'm saying? And so I spoke to a question earlier, like the fight is every day.
There's so many funny moments in this movie. MadFlavor faithfuls, do yourself a favor. Put Christmas Dilemma on your watch list. You definitely want to see it. But we got to talk about this strip club scene, all right? I need to know, how was it filming the strip club scene? And would you really go to the strip club with your parents during Christmas?
That's a tough one.
Brittany, you might want to double back on this one. You might want to.
Yeah. I'm gonna go quick. Everybody got to answer this. I'm gonna go quick. Everybody got to answer this. No. You stop.
Go ahead.
You thought you were slick with the 3-part question, but I'm gonna go ahead. And answer because first of all, it was a little scary. I ain't gonna lie. It was scary to be filming this. Listen, you got. What time did we come there? What time did we start that morning? We went in the morning, right? It was about like 7:30 in the morning. We was up in there, and it still smelled like booty juice. It still smelled like blunts and booty juice is what it smelled like.
Wow.
Yeah, and we was in a part of town where this. You can't serve food if you own a strip club establishment. You are not allowed to serve food in this particular county. Unlike every other strip club that we went to, where the chicken wings are the bomb. I mean, that's what I heard. Not me personally. What I heard. So there was no food smell in the air, but I knew they had just finished partying 2 hours ago. I knew it.
We're celebrating the 2020 Soul Train Music Awards. So we had to ask your favorite artists, what are some of their favorite soul albums that everyone should have in their collection?
Well, look, I could answer this question 20 times over, but I will tell you that the greatest soul album, in my humble opinion, ever recorded is Michael Jackson, Off the Wall. It is a perfect album. It is 9 songs of soul perfection. It transcends time, year, decade, genre, category in every way. It produced some of the greatest dance records of all time, and it is by far my favorite R&B album ever recorded.
Ooh, there's tons of those for me. I can't just name one. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, Songs in the Key of Life, probably my top 2. I don't know. Yeah, those for sure.
Oh, It's a hard question for me to answer because I know everybody keep crying about R. Kelly. But I mean, if we can exclude all his charges and everything that's been going on with him, I'm not trying to like put him like not look at it. I understand that, but I feel like Loveland for me is one of the most incredible incredible R&B albums ever. And I know people probably feel a kind of way because it's R. Kelly, but that's one of the records. Somebody just asked me this question. That's why it's on my mind. It was like, if you could leave with 3 records, if you could only have 3 albums, what 3 albums would those be? And I think Off the Wall and Loveland.
Whew, I mean, it's so many, but the one that pops up in my head first is Firstborn Second from Bilal. When that album came out, I remember feeling like it gave me a little bit of everything. A lot of people probably don't know, he's from Philly, and he's an amazing talent. And it really was the blueprint for being able to combine so many different genres and anything you've been inspired by and putting it into one project. And that's kind of how I make my projects.
Maybe one of Smokey albums. I love Smokey's, something about Smokey's voice, from when I was a child, always. I don't really know the name of the album, but when I listen to a lot of Smokey, my father played a lot of Smokey in the garage. So I would say one of Smokey Robinson's album.
I would say Kehlani's newest album. I was literally just listening to it before I came into the interview. She's so honest. Like, I think one of the most beautiful things about R&B is that it is really honest music, and it will make you feel so many different emotions. And being someone who can feel something from positive 10 to negative 10, R&B makes me feel right at home, and Kehlani does a really good job of doing that. So I would say Kehlani. It was good till it wasn't.
Part of the collection, yeah. Man, there's so many. I could say Stevie Wonder's Hotter Than July, or I could say Marvin Gaye, with the Let's Get It On it. Yeah, I can start from in there. I mean, that's so many, so much energy has been built up off those 2 albums. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
As promised, now joining me on MadFlavor TV is the one, the only Mulatto. Mulatto, how you doing?
Good, blessed, no complaints.
Well, look, I'm gonna jump right into it. Your 2020 has been on fire. You got the hot song out with Gucci Mane that's been burning up the charts. You got the new joint with City Girls. But a lot of people don't know, you also had a banger on the P-Valley soundtrack. And from what we're hearing, you might have an interest in actually being on the show. So tell me, if Katori Hall was to call you right now and was like, yo, Big Lotto, we want you on the show, what would your character's name be? If you could choose any character name, what would you want your character's name to be?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm gonna probably go with something like Georgia Peach or something like that, because I got Mississippi in my head right now.
Yeah, that would be dope.
Cricket letter, like Georgia Peach or something like that, like show where I'm from, so yeah.
All right, so Mulatto, tell me this. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? You know what I mean? Like you burning up the charts now, but where do you actually see yourself in your career in 5 years from now?
5 years, let's see, so.
Welcome back, everybody. As promised, Danny Stevenson is still here with me. And now we gonna go deep. Like I like to say, deep, deep, deep undercover. Pull back them onions, them layers, and see everything that y'all know. By this time, you know who Danny Stevenson is. She is the voice of Hot in Here with Nelly. And that song, I'm not gonna date it, but I had to look it up myself.
Right.
That song is approaching 20 years, and now people are out here doing this Busted Challenge. When you first saw that challenge and heard that infamous line, now it's very infamous, from Nelly, I think my butt getting big. what did you think? What was your reaction to that?
I was just like, wow, okay. Look at this song again, coming right back around after what, 20 years later. It's a classic.
It is a classic. Oh yeah, it is a classic. Now, yeah. I gotta ask you, have you done a busted challenge?
Yeah, I had to do a little busted challenge. I did a little busted challenge, I did, but you know, mine was a little conservative. I ain't get all the way, I ain't busted wide open, but I did a little, you know, a little something.
So it is the holiday season, and food definitely plays a big part of that. So BJ, this is for you. What is your Thanksgiving or Christmas starting five on your plate? What are some food items that you must have?
Well, that's an easy one. All right, number one has to be my aunt's macaroni and cheese in the oven. Like, you don't, not on the stove. People like, oh, macaroni, no, in the oven. You know, tons and tons of cheese. You know, all the others that has to be up there. The ham has to be up there. Oh, my other aunt makes a coconut cream pie. I don't know if are you from North Carolina?
I think my aunt has made that before.
And then I just got put on this, and it's actually a North Carolina thing. It's a country thing. Honey bun cake.
I never heard of that. I never had honey bun cake.
What? I just got put onto that thing during this film. Like they're like, you ain't never heard of honey bun cake? They're like, you really from the country? I'm like, okay. And last but not least, I don't do vegetables like that, so I'm not gonna say any vegetables. I'd have to say,
yams? You don't have no yams on your plate, BJ?
What? No.
BJ, you gotta mix the yams and the mac and cheese.
Like, oh no, none of my stuff can touch. Like no. All my stuff is individual. I don't do any of that. Listen, stop playing with me right now. You know what it is. Stop playing.
Well, what about the collard greens?
No.
You gotta put the collard greens on there, man.
No, wait, whoa.
No turkey?
This is a lighthearted question. Why everybody hold me right? Jason, because the Jason can step in. Lamika, somebody.
No collard greens or yams, BJ? Come on, man.
Did I not say yams yet? Did I not say yams?
No, Brittany was just calling you on that, and you said, no, I don't want any yams.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, sorry. Yams. Okay,
oh, okay.
Brittany, I'm sorry.
Okay, you saved yourself.
Happy life. Listen, my wife says yams. Put yams on my plate. Put yams on the plate. Yes, that's my top five. Jason, you could have helped me out anytime but you just did. Okay.